Do you guys want to reach a point where you're just absolutely rich in Ghost of Tabor? Well, I'm going to show you the fastest way to get there. This wipe, well, not really this wipe. I wiped my own account 2 months ago. Within 2 months, I was able to get up to 19 million korunas, like nothing. And I'm going to show you the best way to get it. Now, of course, there's multiple methods to this. I will make another video about the silo way. You can hop in the silo, just farm creator items in the e-wallet and just dip out every single time. But today, this is by far the best tip. This is what I did to get 19 million. I mean, literally, it was fast. First things you're going to do is you're going to want to head into the island of Tabor. Now, whenever you're at the island of Tabor, there are static spawns literally everywhere. And well, I'm just going to show you them. Now, I'm going to do this in a training raid just so I can make this simpler for me because like I don't want to deal with players. So let's go. Okay, so I would just like to cover this from one side of the island to the other. So I'm going to start out at prison and just hit every single area and show you every single static spawn for everything, especially these right here. Purple key cards are the #1 way to get rich, of course, because you take them to the vault. There's usually about $100,000 worth of loot every single time, so if you can farm these, great. Now these, you can get 3 of them on the island alone, but they're in research and radio. We'll go over it. So first things first, we're going to want to head over to prison. Now I'm also about to hit 10,000 subscribers, so if you want to support that goal, please hit the sub button. And if you want a chance to play with me or even just support my channels, you scav. I'm going for Twitch partner right now. My Twitch channel is TDVR Gaming. If you want to pop over, I run with the viewers there, so if I'm ever making videos, if you're on that channel, you have a chance at being in them yourselves, but also just joining me in my raids. And we also have a pretty awesome community over there, so head on over. I appreciate you. This is spawn #1. Now a lot of people don't know about this. The back of this van right here has a chance at spawning a car battery. They're worth 33,000 korunas. There's multiple of these on the map. I'm going to show every single item spawn on the island. So this is the one here. Next up is the warden's office. Alright, now for the next item spawns, you're just up here. Many of you may already know, there's a GPU that has a chance of spawning on this shelf right here, and there's an orange keycard spawn that can spawn right here. Now the GPU is another 37,000, and the orange keycard is, well, it's an orange keycard, it's very dependable. So, next item spawn, we're going to head over to cell 3. We're inside of cell 3. Now, a lot of people don't know this because this one's fairly new, but Alpha Bro's content creator item spawns right here on this bench. It is a dumbbell. It's worth 20,000 korunas, so that covers prison. There's literally 100,000 korunas worth of spawns here and a purple room, but we don't have purples. So next things next, we're going to head to research, but there's still another spawn on the way. Now, going the route this way, I will note it's not even worth going to border or to church. There's no good items that spawn at either one, so it's a waste of time even going that way. Plus, when you go to church, you're more than likely to get shot up on the hill by people camping the roof of research, whereas this way, you have a better chance at fighting them. Me personally, whenever I'm fighting people on the roof at research, I rush up Sniper Rock, run down it, I circle the building to the ladder, climb up it, and then I fight them from the outside of the tarps. It works like 95% of the time. Now, if you ever need a heal, this ambulance here always has a nerd in it. It's 100% chance to spawn. If it's not here, it just means someone else grabbed it. So here we are at the next item spawn. Anytime you see a car like this with the van back door open, right here can spawn another car battery. So just this little camp here, you already have another $33,000 item in the back of the van. Now, of course, next up will be research. There's a gas spawn at the container area over there, but we're going after money items. Gas isn't important. Here we are at the main research building. Now this one has multiple spawns, but we'll go over it starting with this section of the building, the garage. Okay, here we are on the bottom floor of the garage. The orange card is down there, but there's no static spawns or anything, so there's not use going down there unless you want basic loot or have an orange. But you head to this back room here. On this top area, right on this shelf, can spawn a GPU. It'll be sitting right there, but it's not for me. But that's just one of many spawns on the island where you can get a GPU. Next up, we're gonna head upstairs. Here spawns a flight recorder on the billboard. You can actually grab it from down here if you just jump, put your hand above it, walk forward and grab. You can usually grab it off from right there, and it's the easiest way to get it. Now those aren't worth but like 16,000 or something, so not as valuable. Look, we're getting shot at, but it's still worth checking every time if you're trying to get money. The next item spawn we're going to go to is in second floor, which luckily we're right here already. Now this is the item spawn everyone goes for, so it's not likely to be here if you're not the first one. Right behind this reception counter, a purple key card will usually spawn right here. It's not guaranteed every raid, but you have a decent chance at getting one. Next up, we're gonna go to one floor up, third floor. Okay, so here we are in the third floor of research. The next item card spawn, which we actually got it here, is on this table here. That's right, another purple key card. Now again, these key cards, selling them by themselves, it's worth 1,000. but these have the potential to give you about 100,000 korunas every single time. So the fact that there's 2 that spawn in this building, plus a flight recorder, plus a GPU, that's like 250,000 possible korunas just in this building alone. All right, next up, we're going to docks. So anyways, at docks, you have 2 spawns here, which here's one right here. You get the Mahina statue. This is worth 20,000 korunas. It's not really a creator item. It's just kind of here. Now, the next item spawn is also on the roof of this. Now, the easiest way to check this is to jump up here and jump up again. There can be a flight recorder that spawns in that far right corner over there. To get to it, you have to shoot out the window and jump on the chair in there and just crouch out the window. But that's just dock house, a potential of like 36,000 in loot. Next up, we're going to head to everyone's favorite camp spot, radio. But there's also something along the way. That thing along the way, I don't think anyone actually knows about, because I find these a lot. So I don't think most of you even know about this. That's right, this car here outside of tunnels. Real simple, the back of it, car battery. I find it there very often, it seems like. Not this rate, obviously, but I find them very often, and I feel like just a lot of y'all don't know about it. Now, here's another secret one before we go to radio. Now, on your way up to radio, of course, here we are at another van. Another van with another possibility to spawn a car battery right here. Now, the car batteries are a little more rare. They don't always spawn, but the fact that you have a possibility of 4 of them on the map, you can find them kind of easy. But next up is radio. As you're walking past this camp here, there's a little bit of stuff. Like, there's just crates you can loot in here. Sometimes you can find good stuff, but that and the bunker are completely useless to loot. Yes, you have the 1% chance of finding a purple key card or GPU or something there, but is it really worth like looking through? I don't know. To me, it's a waste of time. So here we are at radio. Let's go over the static spawns. Starting out with this bottom floor here, I will say it's always worth looting these. Now, majority of the time you don't find nothing worth anything in the cabinets, but sometimes you do. Most importantly, this shelf right here can spawn a GPU. The next one will be upstairs. You always have energy drinks in here too. It's always worth grabbing them. No one ever does. I always find them in here. So next up, you go up to the second floor here. Right on this table here, you have another chance at a purple key card spawning right there. Then of course, on the roof here is your last item spawn at radio, which I guess this is a chance at multiple. I don't know. On these shelves here, if you ever look at the insides of them, you have a chance at a GPU spawning on the inside of either one of these 4 shelves. And while you're up here, you might as well always check the lockers and the box, because there's been countless times where I found useless guns in here and stuff like that. Now, last but not least, we're gonna head to the Lighthouse, because there's actually items there that I don't think any of you know about. Now, before we get to Lighthouse, I will say, if you're ever at a point, let's say it's near the end of wipe, you're just bored of the game, but you want to help me with my shenanigans. If you use this video to help you get rich in this game, feel free to pop by stream. If you ever want to bring me just your extra korunas and stuff, if you have like several millions you just want to hand out, bring them by. Usually about a month before wipe or so, maybe 2 months sometimes the first month into wipe. I like to go through and give out my entire bunker to my community and reset my whole account. So I generally like to build up. I usually have around 300 pieces of armor, buttload of collector gear, tons of stuff. So if you ever want to be one of those guys, the Twitch channel is also TDVR Gaming, and I appreciate you. But of course, the Lighthouse, we are here. I will say I do have a goal, by the way. If anyone wants to help with that donation part, I want to hit 100 million korunas in one wipe. This wipe alone, I was able to get 19 million by myself. I have someone else who after I gave away my stuff, I have someone else with 20 million who's willing to give me that, but it's too late. It's too late. That would have been 40 million. We're gonna hit it. I want to show you guys, whenever I get 100 million korunas, I'm gonna pull it all off in gold bars, and I'm gonna throw it all over my bunker and show you what it looks like. Anyways, here we are, Lighthouse, bottom floor. This is an item I don't think many of you knew about, and it's not here, but right here, right on that table, you have a chance at spawning the Twitch streamer Tanvarian's creator at Catnip. I don't know why it's Catnip. He's kind of weird. But anyways, up to the roof we go. Okay, so now that we're on the roof of the light tower, this is the campiest spot in Tabor. I swear I hate coming up here. Over on this side, you have a chance at a flight recorder being just spawned in. It'll be sticking out halfway through, but it's very obvious if it's here because it's bright orange. But that covers every single item spawn on the island of Tabor. If you loaded into this map and every single item spawned here, you have a potential at getting about $600,000 in one raid. And that's why this is the best map to get money. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, drop that sub. Come by the Twitch channel, say hello. We have a Discord with an awesome community where you can team up with players too if you're just missing some friends. And we'll fucking get rich out there, man. See ya.